All right, so we saw royal fern, we saw cinnamon fern. I didn't point out the water hemlock. We saw a teeny bit of that last week. We saw purple loosestrife, we saw some smartweed, we saw some marsh marigold. I didn't point out the marsh cinquefoil, they're Potentilla palustris. Leaves really aren't open on it yet. We saw lots of raspberries. They were probably dewberries, but elsewhere in this park are raspberries. I didn't point out the nightshade. I didn't point out the false nettle. I talked about the arrowhead. Arrowhead or Sagittaria is, it's got Spider-Man-like venation. Arum is got the kid traced it. And then the pickerelweed's not up yet. We saw some cattails. We saw some great carex. We saw the coontail, world forked toothed. If we could have gone on the boardwalk, there's yellow and fragrant water lilies. We saw those last week. We saw good speckled alder. Remember, it's the little cones. There's a bunch of elderberry. Remember, opposite oddly pinnate leaves. We saw some good dogwood. You break the leaves. The spice bush was not distinctive, but it's the smell like a orange. We saw some swamp rose. We pointed out the characteristic for the spirea. We showed some catkins for the willow, but remember, just long skinny leaves. And I really didn't point out red maple or silver maple. Usually there's a bunch of them here. They just haven't really opened yet.
Yeah. They're behind.
They're really behind. Likewise with the oak, they're just really behind. And it's annoying, I haven't really shown you a good ash yet, but it's really easy. It's opposite leaves, oddly pinnate. And we saw a bunch of hemlock. So that's a wrap.